Hey, I'm Davis Hammett with Loud Light. Here's what happened the 6th week of the legislative session. Representative Hyland's daughter, a member of the LGBT community, wrote a public letter questioning her father's support for the slew of bizarre homophobic bills. Representative Hyland later condemned the bills, saying they don't live up to the value of loving your neighbor. Representative Garber, who introduced the bills on behalf of a man who was deemed a security threat in the Missouri State House this week, is sticking by them, and Republican House leadership still has not commented on if they support or condemn the bills. The Farm Bureau is pushing a bill that would allow them to offer a health plan which is essentially pseudo-insurance. These plans wouldn't be regulated by the federal or state government and were illegal before federal Republicans amended the Affordable Care Act. The plans would reject people with pre-existing conditions and could throw anyone off their plan the moment they get sick and try to make a claim. Insurers say this would farther drive up the cost of real insurance as healthy people opt for cheaper, unregulated plans. The plan would be open to anyone who pays $50 to become a member of the Farm Bureau and is deemed healthy enough. The Kansas Corporation Commission, which is chaired by a former oil and gas executive, approved Westar's request to charge customers an additional fee for generating their own electricity through solar panels. This decision is leading to rate hikes of up to $70 a month. A bill is being heard Monday morning to stop these charges for using solar panels. In contrast to the Kansas punitive fees, our neighbor Missouri gives incentives to encourage solar usage. Currently, Kansas law requires election officials to throw away thousands of votes solely because citizens didn't register to vote 21 days before an election. A bill to fix this issue and allow eligible votes to count died in the House Elections Committee on a 5-7 vote, with Representative Moore being the only Republican to support the measure. A bill to require election officials to contact voters who have a missing or mismatched signature on their mail ballots passed out of the Senate Elections Committee unanimously. The bill would allow a voter to fix issues with their mail ballot so that it's counted. Representative Greg Lewis of St. John resigned to focus on his fight against brain cancer. He said he was no longer able to provide the representation his district deserved and received praise from leaders of both parties. A bill to abolish the death penalty had dozens of bipartisan sponsors across the political spectrum, but it died in the House Corrections Committee when Chairman Rush Jennings broke a 6-6 tie. In addition to religious, ethical, and moral concerns surrounding the death penalty, there are logistical ones, like preparing a death chamber, acquiring rare lethal injection drugs, and preparing legal teams, which would all cost millions of dollars. Kansas hasn't executed anyone since 1965. The House voted unanimously to put $115 million into capers to make up for a 2016 payment that legislators had skipped to maintain the Brownback tax cuts. It's now headed to the governor's desk. The multinational corporate tax breaks bill has a hearing Monday and will likely make it to the House floor this coming week for its final vote. The bill would retroactively return money to corporations and give out roughly $200 million in tax breaks in the first year alone. Next week is turnaround week, which means bills must pass the House or Senate by Thursday night to stay alive. This is a really big week and one of the moments that contacting your legislator about a bill you care about can make a big difference. Thanks for liking, sharing, and contributing. Stay tuned, stay engaged, and until next time, thank you so much, Kansas.